One moment, he was overtaking. The next, flames consumed everything. In what's now being called one of the most horrifying car crashes in modern football history, Liverpool star Diogo Jota, just 28 years old, and his brother lost their lives in a fiery Lamborghini inferno that emergency crews could barely get near. But what really happened in those final seconds before the explosion? Was it reckless speed, mechanical failure, or something far darker? Because this story isn't just another headline. It's a chilling reminder that even the world's most untouchable stars can be taken in a flash of flame, not by their own recklessness, but by hidden risks no one warned them about. It was supposed to be a night of freedom and laughter. Diogo Jota had just finished a private dinner outside Porto, Portugal, joined by his older brother, Miguel. They were in high spirits, laughing, relaxed, and ready for a drive in what many would call a dream car, a 2023 Lamborghini Huracan Performante in matte black, tuned for extreme performance. But within 15 minutes of leaving the restaurant, tragedy struck. Multiple eyewitnesses saw the Lamborghini speeding along the A41 expressway, attempting to overtake a slower-moving sedan. One truck driver, just 300 feet behind, told local media it looked like Jota was gaining speed for a pass when suddenly, the car wobbled violently, as if something snapped. It jerked, skidded, and then, boom, flames everywhere. A fiery wreck. A barrier struck. A supercar flipped onto its side. And then, an unstoppable fireball. The Lamborghini's carbon fiber frame and twin-turbo engine turned into an inferno, burning at over 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Emergency crews were called immediately, but the flames were so intense that it took over 20 minutes to reach the vehicle's interior. By the time firefighters pulled the doors open, there was nothing left to save. But here's the chilling truth. Autopsy reports later revealed that Diogo Jota and his brother died before the fire consumed the car. It wasn't the flames that ended their lives. It was the impact, a force so violent that investigators believe they died instantly from cranial trauma or spinal dislocation the moment the Lamborghini struck the barrier. News of Jota's death hit Liverpool FC like a sledgehammer. Teammates flooded Instagram and X with tributes. Jurgen Klopp reportedly broke down in front of players, calling Jota one of the most disciplined and humble men I've ever coached. But as grief swept across the football world, questions began to rise. Why did the tire blow out? Why was Jota driving a supercar at night on a winding expressway? Could this tragedy have been prevented? Reports from Portuguese investigators quickly ruled out alcohol or drugs. Toxicology came back clean. The focus shifted to mechanical failure, specifically the tires. According to early reports, the Lamborghini was traveling at 115 to 120 miles per hour when the rear passenger side tire suddenly burst. On high-performance vehicles like the Huracan, even a slight imbalance in tire pressure or a hidden defect can cause a complete loss of control in seconds. What's more disturbing is that Lamborghini had quietly issued a technical bulletin just 9 months prior, warning about heat-related degradation on the Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tires used on performance models. The advisory recommended frequent tire checks and avoiding prolonged high-speed driving on warm pavement. But this bulletin was not a public recall. It was not legally required to be sent directly to owners unless they brought the car in for service. Meaning it's entirely possible that Diogo Jota had no idea his Lamborghini's tires could fail catastrophically while overtaking another car on a warm summer night. Days after the crash, an anonymous whistleblower from a luxury European dealership claimed that upper management pressured mechanics to ignore early tire wear because clients don't want bad news after dropping $300,000. The tires on these cars are built for track-level performance, not daily roads, the whistleblower said. If you run them at high speeds without constant maintenance, you're gambling with your life. And most buyers? Especially public figures? They're never told that. After the crash, Lamborghini owner forums filled with posts about near misses, sudden tire bulges, and unaddressed recalls. One viral post read, "If this can happen to a millionaire athlete with the best equipment, what chance do the rest of us have?" These companies need to be transparent, not untouchable. And that's when a chilling narrative began to surface. That Diogo Jota's death wasn't just a tragic accident. It might have been a preventable tragedy swept under the rug. Fans and investigators began digging into Jota's final 48 hours, uncovering odd, unexplained decisions that made the tragedy even more unsettling. 2 days before the crash, Jota had planned to travel with a friend and teammate but changed his mind to drive the Lamborghini, which had been kept under tight security. The car had been serviced days earlier, but not by his usual garage. Instead, his new personal assistant had arranged for the vehicle to be detailed and prepped for the drive. An anonymous garage employee told local media that the tires showed minor sidewall blistering but were cleared for release anyway. And then there's the missing dashcam. Police recovered the vehicle's black box, but the dashcam was either missing or destroyed beyond recovery. For a luxury vehicle with redundant video systems, that's highly unusual. Was it an oversight? Or was it removed before the trip? Jota's brother Miguel was known to be cautious about fast driving, often telling Dio to slow down. Yet, the Lamborghini was moving aggressively fast that night. Why didn't Miguel speak up? Did something else influence their decision to speed up that night? Was it stress from an upcoming contract renewal meeting with Liverpool FC the next morning? A personal matter weighing on Dio's mind? What we know is that Jota was alert and sober. He was in control. Which makes the violent crash all the more perplexing. The funeral in Porto was surrounded by tight security, but over 5,000 fans gathered outside the cathedral to pay their respects. Inside, Jota's wife, parents, and Miguel's widow sat in silence, tears mixing with shock. There were no flashy tributes, no big speeches, just raw pain and a growing realization. This wasn't just a car crash, a family friend told a local magazine. This was a preventable death. Shortly after the funeral, the family retained a legal team specializing in wrongful death and manufacturer liability, signaling a potential lawsuit targeting Lamborghini for failing to publicly recall known tire issues, the Portuguese Service Center for allegedly ignoring tire blistering, the tire manufacturer, Pirelli, for potential defective product claims. If these findings are accurate, then Dio was essentially handed a death trap and told it was a Lamborghini, one attorney said off-record. Legal analysts suggest this case could become the largest liability case Lamborghini has ever faced, possibly shaking the entire luxury vehicle industry. On social media, the hashtags #JusticeForJota and #HoldLamborghini accountable have gone global. Petitions demanding Lamborghini audit its tire safety protocols have gained thousands of signatures. Meanwhile, some fans are questioning why Liverpool FC has remained quiet. While players wore black armbands in tribute, the club has not made a public statement regarding the investigation. Is it PR management? Sponsorship considerations? Or something else? What's clear is that Jota's family isn't interested in optics. They want the truth and accountability. Diogo Jota's death has become a gut-wrenching wake-up call. It's a reminder that even the most advanced, luxurious machines can hide silent dangers, and that brand trust should never overshadow safety. Will Lamborghini issue a recall? Will they acknowledge the potential hidden risks in their high-performance tire systems? Will dealers prioritize truth over image when handling vehicles for public figures? The stadium that once roared with Diogo Jota's name now echoes with silence. Young fans still wear his jersey, holding on to the memory of a player known for discipline, humility, and heart. But this story isn't over. It continues every time a family straps their child into a car. Every time a fan checks their tires before a road trip. Every time we pause to question whether luxury is worth more than truth. Because while the fire may have consumed the car, it lit a spark that can no longer be ignored. And if justice is served, Diogo Jota's story may yet save lives far beyond the field.